Hello and welcome to another Steps of Sussex channel episode. Today is the 1st of May 2020 and we have a few stories to talk about which have happened over the past few days, including today, which is the main story and main purpose of this video today, is to update you on what happened last Friday on the 24th of April 2020 regarding the preliminary trial. Meghan is suing the Mail on Sunday for printing selected excerpts of a deeply personal private letter she sent to her father in 2018. Meghan argues that the purpose of these was to manipulate readers. Meghan's lawyers also say that her privacy has been violated and copyright infringed, which they say is a breach of the data protection laws here in the UK. The hearing on Friday lasted for over 6 hours and a legal team for the Mail on Sunday chose not to argue against whether 5 articles about Meghan's letter, 2 in the Mail on Sunday and 3 on the Mail Online, were dishonest. Anthony White, QC, also chose not to argue against an agenda or campaign of intrusive or offensive stories. Instead, Associated Newspapers, the Mail's publisher, claimed that the issues raised were not relevant to the case. Last week, David Sherborne, Queen's Counsel for the Duchess, said it's the defendants' actions in stirring up, creating this dispute, that they use as a justification for publishing the contents of the letter. David Sherborne added that it would be complete fallacy to dismiss claims that the Mail on Sunday had harassed and manipulated her father simply because she has not been in contact with him. Now, I said last week that I would update you as soon as we had a result in. The judge said that he would deliver his finding within the week, and of course a week has been up today and we do indeed have a result. In a ruling today on the 1st of May 2020, Mr. Justice Warby struck out parts of Meghan's claim against the publisher, including allegations that it acted dishonestly by leaving out certain passages of the letter. The judge also struck out allegations that the publisher deliberately stirred up issues between Meghan and her father, and that it had an agenda for publishing intrusive or offensive stories about her. Mr. Justice Warby said, those allegations should not form part of her case at this stage because they were irrelevant to her claim for misuse of private information, copyright infringement and breach of the Data Protection Act. However, he said those parts of her case may be revived at a later stage if they are put on a proper legal basis. He continued, some of the allegations are struck out as irrelevant to the purpose for which they are pleaded. Some are struck out on the further or alternative ground that they are inadequately detailed. I have also acted so as to continue the case to what is reasonably necessary and proportionate for the purpose of doing justice between these parties. I do not consider that the allegations struck out on that basis go to the heart of the case, which at its core concerns the publication of 5 articles disclosing the words of and information drawn from the letter written by the claimant to her father in August 2018. Some aspects of the case that I have struck out at this stage may be revived if they are put in proper form. The Duchess of Sussex has previously said that any damages she may be awarded if she wins her case will be donated to an anti-bullying charity. Associated Newspapers deny the allegations, particularly the claim that the letter was edited in any way that changed its meaning, and says it will hotly contest the case. No date has been set for any further hearing in the case, and it is not known when a full trial of the issues is expected to take place. A spokesperson for Shillings, who are acting on behalf of the Duchess of Sussex, said, today's ruling makes very clear that the core elements of this case do not change and will continue to move forward. The Duchess's rights were violated. The legal boundaries around privacy were crossed. As part of this process, the extremes to which the Mail on Sunday used distortive, manipulative and dishonest tactics to target the Duchess of Sussex have been put on full display. Whilst the judge recognises that there is a claim for breach of privacy and copyright, we are surprised to see that his ruling suggests that dishonest behaviour is not relevant. We feel honesty and integrity are at the core of what matters, or as it relates to the Mail on Sunday and Associated Newspapers, their lack thereof. Nonetheless, we respect the judge's decision, as the strong case against Associated Newspapers will continue to focus on the issue of a private, intimate and handwritten letter from a daughter to her father that was published by the Mail on Sunday. This gross violation of any person's right to privacy is obvious and unlawful, and the Mail on Sunday should be held to accountable for their actions. This means that the judge based his decision to strike out the additional elements on a few grounds. 1. That the publisher's motive is not relevant in a privacy claim. 2. Litigating the issues would be disproportionately complicated. And 3. Elements had been introduced in a way that did not meet some procedural requirements. It was also conceded by the Mail on Sunday's legal rep that this ruling will not affect Meghan's ability to get home on the case. The Duchess is not appealing this decision and is focusing on the infringement of privacy, breach of copyright and violation of data protection laws. The case moves forward. So in this video regarding this matter, I have given you just the cold hard facts. On April the 29th, SmartWorks charity tweeted, "After her session with the Duchess, our client had this to say. I just wanted to say a big thank you to the Duchess and the whole team at SmartWorks for making this possible for women all around the UK, because to see such work is truly inspiring and uplifting." Meghan took part in a video message which I will show now.
You seem incredibly confident and prepared, and I know everyone here is so excited. So when I was reading about, what your interests are, and especially you have a big focus in mental health as well, right?
Yeah.
Psychology, and
yeah.
I think that's excellent. So what excites you about this internship?
Just the opportunity to see something beyond psychology and the application of psychology in the real world. Because as much as I enjoy learning about it at A level, kind of seeing it in the workplace or seeing how it could be applied in the workplace is something that really interests me. So yeah.
Great. I think you're going to be fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to me.
Of course. I just wanted to be able to call in and tell you best of luck, and my fingers are crossed for you. But I know that
thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, there's so much going on in the world right now, and just to be such a beacon of hope and focusing on getting through it and all the positivity that we just want to send your way to make sure that you can get on the other side of this too and have such a great opportunity there.
Oh, thank you so much for making this whole thing possible through SmartWorks and through you championing something like this to empower women. It's amazing. Thank you so much for your work.
Oh my goodness! Well, it's easy to support them. You see how great they do, and really how many people they help, right? And that's what it's all about. So I've been really proud to be able to be their patron.
The SmartWorks service is available for any woman who is unemployed and has a confirmed job interview. Referrals are made by our employment support partners, including women's charities and Job Centre Plus. Our mission is to help anyone who needs it, no matter the circumstances. Since moving to a virtual service 6 weeks ago, SmartWorks have delivered 200 hours of support to their clients. Their ability to continue to empower women and help them harness the confidence they need to succeed during this time is inspiring, said Meghan. In other news, to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Thomas the Tank Engine book, of which I was a big fan when I was a child, Prince Harry recorded the introduction for the royal-themed instalment. Thomas the Tank Engine has been a comforting, familiar face to so many families over the last 75 years, entertaining, educating and inspiring children on important issues through exciting stories and characters, said Harry in a recently released statement. I certainly have fond memories of growing up with Thomas and friends and being transported to new places through his adventures. I am very proud to have been asked to take part in this special episode. I wish Thomas and Friends a very happy anniversary. The anniversary episode, called Thomas and Friends The Royal Engine, features an animated appearance of a young Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles and sees Thomas travelling to London to receive a special honour from Buckingham Palace. Harry's introduction to the episode was filmed at Buckingham Palace earlier this year before he and Meghan stepped down as senior members of the royal family. The 75th anniversary special of Thomas and Friends will air on May the 1st on Netflix. Prince Harry also helped to launch a new platform designed to help army personnel and veterans be more proactive with maintaining their mental and physical health. The digital programme called Headfit is a partnership between the Heads Together mental health campaign and the Ministry of Defence. It is designed specifically with Britain's defence community in mind and provides round-the-clock access to self-help tools meant to enhance the mood, drive and confidence of the military community, whilst also promoting tools such as breathing exercise, body posture and relaxation techniques that can be easily integrated into everyday life. Prince Harry said, "Headfit has been almost 3 years in the making, and I am extremely grateful for everyone who has been on this journey with us. Everyone who has worked on it to create what we have today should be incredibly proud and excited for the impact it will have. I've long believed that the military community should lead the way for the rest of society. For too long, we have been waiting for problems to arise and then reacting to them. Headfit is a proactive approach to mental fitness, focusing on our own potential to increase our performance using proven methods in sports science." He continued, "This is about optimism of self. This is about being the best you can be. This is about gaining an advantage, whether facing an opponent or overcoming a challenging situation. This is about building resilience that will match that of most world-class athletes and prepare you for everyday stress. To be head fit is to be at your peak performance." The project is of course close to home for Harry, who served in the army himself for 10 years. Many of the charities that he continues to focus on are centred on veterans and members of the armed forces, like the Endeavour Fund and the Invictus Games. I would just like to clear up a little bit of information about the Headfit project. So Prince Harry was the one who initially got involved in the Headfit project. However, the project remained under the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge after Harry and Meghan left. Cast your minds back to when Harry and Meghan and William and Catherine went their separate ways with regards to their royal foundations. The Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge did say that they were going to support whichever new foundation Harry and Meghan were going to set up in the intervening period. As we know, Harry and Meghan are currently in the process of setting up their new venture. So it seems to me like the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge is lending that hand that it promised, which means that Headfit still has a foundation to be under whilst things are transitioning. I'd just like to read to you a little bit about what Headfit say they are. So who we are. Headfit is a legacy project from the Heads Together campaign developed in partnership with the Ministry of Defence. This website is operated by the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The foundation registered charity number is 1132048. The foundation is the controller of the personal information that is collected through the site or otherwise as set out below. So just to clear up, nobody has stolen anyone else's charity or patronage or anything of that nature. In all likeliness, once Harry and Meghan are up and running fully, I would imagine that Headfit would transfer to them. And of course, today's tiara is Queen Mary's diamond bandeau, which Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, wore on her wedding day. So that concludes today's news. If you have found today's factual news helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media and also do hit the bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, please do remember to subscribe to the channel. So from me in Shropshire, mwah to you all and goodbye.